Welcome back, everybody. My name is Nicholas Bogrov Gansel, and I am creatively bankrupt. So last time we watched the pilot of Good Omens, and I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was whimsical, it was light, the camera work was very energetic, and I don't really know where it's going. It's very open-ended at this point, and that's cool. It's not really predictable. They basically just gave us the backstory and premise last time, and I'm really curious to see where they run with it. But the short version is that there's this demon named Crowley and this angel named Aziraphale who both prefer Earth to their respective spiritual dimensions and therefore want to prevent the end times from occurring. Because if the times end and the Earth ends with them, then they have to go back to heaven and hell, and they don't really want that. So basically they're trying to stop the Antichrist from becoming the Antichrist. But through crazy random happenstance, Crowley accidentally gave little Damien Demon Baby to the wrong family. And now he is a child named Adam. But basically they have no idea where the child is now, and they don't know how to stop the end times. But I think they're still going to try. So, without further ado, let's jump right in. And remember, if you watch this without watching the original content first, you're doing the content a disservice, and you're doing yourself a disservice. If you really do want me to be involved in your first experience with Good Omens, then head over to my Patreon, where for just $1, you can get access to all of my uncut reactions to the series thus far, and play them alongside the original content. Let's dive in.
Can I help you? I would like to purchase one of your material objects. Books. Let us discuss my purchase in a private place, because I am buying,
Pornography?
pornography. Gabriel.
We humans are extremely easily embarrassed. We must buy our pornography secretly.
Human beings are so simple and so easily fooled.
Yes. Good job. You fooled them all.
Something smells evil.
Oh, that'll be the Jeffrey Archer books, I'm afraid.
Well, we just wanted to stop by and check on the status of the Antichrist.
I don't know who
Why?
that author is, but it's still funny.
I mean, if...
4 horsemen of the apocalypse are being summoned.
Who exactly summons them?
Not my department. I believe we outsource that sort of thing.
About time, that's what I say. You can't have a war without war.
Sandalphon, that is very good. You can't have a war without war? I might use that.
I love John Hamm in
Anyway.
comedy.
I didn't stick around to see.
Thank you for my pornography. Excellent job.
We are the fallen. Never forget that.
Well, it's not the sort of thing you forget.
I don't trust you, Crowley.
I didn't mean to fool. I just hung around the wrong people.
That's
Somebody has to
delightful.
summon Sometimes, despite everything, peace breaks out. People get tired of fighting, pain, and death, and are willing to start all over again.
War correspondent?
She has a distinctly Black Widow vibe about her. Loved that shot.
I'd love to stay and get to know you all better, but duty calls.
She's the first
shit.
of 4, and you can't have a war without her. And now 60 centuries of waiting are about to end.
I'm on board. I dig her as a war. I didn't actually realize the book was by more than just Neil Gaiman, because I was apparently not paying attention last episode during the opening credits.
Witchfinder's pin pricked her all over.
And what was the result?
She said it cured her arthritis. She told Mistress Bullcock that adultery would be coming to town. That's you, isn't it?
It is not me.
I
given name at Witchfinder Private Max is Thou Shalt Not Commit Adultery. But you can call me Witchfinder Major Pulsifer.
Art tardy. I should have been aflame 10 minutes since. Right.
Mistress Nutter?
Taking control of your own witch burning. That is a boss move.
Ogre.
Thou shalt not commit adultery. Pulsifer's great-great-great-great-great-grandson should have been in bed hours ago.
Newton, it's after your bedtime, dear.
The camera hit the window!
Newton Pulsifer. Wages clerk? I'm new.
Wages. There's a middle name for you.
Excuse me. I was just wondering, is there a way that I could do this without putting it in the computer?
Is there a way of accessing the wages database without using a computer?
Sorry.
Bad luck around computers.
Just not very good with computers.
Oh, he's just bad luck at everything. That's some generational karma shit right there.
Get your wallet out, laddie. Bit of advice, you never want to appear tight-fisted on first acquaintance.
Yes.
He kept the change. So is every episode gonna be like a different group of people? Because I wouldn't love that.
It's a war. And you know what our first weapon is? Oh, the thunder gun of Witchfinder, Colonel. Get them before they get you, Dalrymple. Hey, laddie. Very good. And you know what we do with them? No, lad.
Holy shit.
Watch out for that pedestrian! She's on the street. She knows the risk she's taking. Watch the road.
Anyway, nobody's gonna take Dog away from me. We're together to the end, aren't we, boy?
Puppy. Puppy Hellhound.
It makes sense that witches would have their own newspaper. My dad gets the Anglers Times, and I bet there's loads more witches than anglers.
Shut up. I'm trying to tell you things. It's called Psychic News. She's a witch.
Actually, there are no more witches because we invented science, and all the vicars set fire to the witches for their own good. It was called the Spanish Inquisition.
I don't reckon it's allowed going around setting fire to people. Otherwise, people would be doing it all the time.
It's all right if you're a vicar. It stops the witches from going to hell. So I expect they'd be quite grateful if they understood it properly.
We could be the new Spanish Inquisition.
Actually, we can't be the Spanish Inquisition because we're not actually Spanish.
I've been to Barcelona. I can teach you Spanish. They say ole a lot.
We should practice before we start burning witches.
Okay, the children's dialogue is fantastic.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
Nice hat.
Actually, we made it out of cardboard. It's for our game.
Stylish. What are you guys playing?
The British Inquisition.
Come on, Wensleydale. Sounds like fun. How does the game work?
I am Chief Inquisitor, Brian is Head Torturer, and we're trying to find a witch.
Oh, sounds very sensible. How do you do that?
Watch. Art thou a witch? Ole!
Yes?
You can't say yes. You've got to say no.
Then what?
Then we torture you until you say yes.
Wait, you're gonna torture him?
We built a torturing machine.
It looks like a swing.
But obviously, in this situation, I actually am a witch.
Look, no one's saying you can't be a witch, but you just have to say you're not a witch. There's no point taking all this trouble if you're going to go around saying yes the minute we ask you. Just say no.
What?
Art thou a witch, oh evil crone?
Excuse me, Adam. Why must I do all the work?
I'm being tortured here. Actually, this is very painful. I'm thinking of admitting to being a witch.
I'm gonna go home if I can't have a go.
Are there any great beasts or strange things happening?
Well, there's a dog. I mean, he's a beast. Come on, dog, say hello.
Not what I was looking for.
Evil Witch Wensleydale. Don't do it again. And now you go off the torturing swing and let someone else have a turn.
Right, well, you kids are hilarious, but I'm gonna keep looking.
Like, I really just loved that entire scene. It was just pleasant and adorable.
Sure, this is the right. You've both been hit. I don't know what you think you're playing at. Right?
Jesus, what?
Don't you all not disapprove of guns? Yeah, unless they're in the right hands. Then they give weight to a moral argument. I think. What the hell did you just do? Oh. They wanted real guns, so I gave them what they wanted.
Oh, shit.
What happened to the baby I gave you?
I swapped him with the son of the American ambassador.
Is there anything you remember about the baby?
He had lovely little toesy woesies.
And his name was Adam. Give him a name. That is so frustrating. They learned literally nothing. All she had to do was say, oh yeah, his name was Adam.
Last thing we need right now is...
Yeah.
Listen, my bike, it didn't have gears. I know my bike didn't have gears. Make a left.
Oh Lord, heal this bike. I got carried away.
Oh, you can drop it off here.
And the child is hardly human. Other humans might be able to sense him.
He's the antichrist. He's got an automatic defense thingy. Suspicion slides off him like... whatever it is, water slides off.
Come on, dog.
Puppy.
He's quite sweet, you know, when he's asleep.
When he's asleep? Yeah.
Oh, that's ominous.
Unless you have a better idea.
Ducks!
What about ducks?
They're what water slides off.
Just drive the car.
You all right?
Perfectly, yes. Tip-top. Absolutely tickety-boo.
Alright. Well, that was a thing.
Open thine eyes to understand. Open thine eyes and read, I do say, foolish principality.
3008. This takes place in the ballpark of 2016. Oh, it's number 3008. Gotcha. Like prophecy number 3000. I thought it meant year 3008.
If I had anything, I would tell you, obviously. Immediately. We're friends. Why would you even ask?
Oh, no news here either. Call me if you find anything.
Absolutely. Why would you think I wouldn't?
Count the number of the beast. It can't be that simple, can it?
Tadfield 046666, Arthur Young, here.
Dad, look! I got Dog to walk on his hind legs.
Sorry. Right number.
So yeah, I gotta be honest, I did not care for this episode. I was actually pretty disappointed in it. I gave the first episode a lot of leeway because I felt like it's the first episode. You have a lot of backstory to get through. You got to introduce us to your characters, to your mythology, to the basic conflict of the show. So the fact that it was kind of slow and didn't get very far, that was acceptable because it was the first episode. But then in the second episode, I was expecting things to happen, and I don't know. Instead, we get introduced to a bunch more characters. And some of them were interesting, but some of them were not. Like, the witch girl, I liked her. And I liked what they were doing with her and the mythology being built around the book. That was interesting. But the whole thing with the other guy, the one who's descended from the guy who burnt her great-great-great-great, however many great-grandmothers at the stake, like, that whole thing where Karma's just out to get him, that wasn't interesting at all. It was like... It was just boring, and I don't know, I kept thinking that it was about to get interesting, like maybe something would happen and then it'd be like, okay, now I'm invested in this, but it just never did. And like, I don't know. I loved the dialogue with the kids, and I loved the scene with the witch with the kids. That was all great. And I even liked the scene where they hit her with their car and they, like, you know, fixed her up and brought her home. Like, that was great. And even just the stuff of her in nature doing, like, the spells to try to, the locating spells to try to find this kid. Like, at least she was doing something to try to find him. But it was a really aimless episode. And it really, really bothered me that they spent all that time going back to the place where the child was born and looking into it, and they find Onan, who was there at the time, and they still learn nothing. That whole sequence contributed nothing to the episode other than face value. Like, they had this commentary on guns in there, but that's not, like, relevant. And like, as far as the plot went, you could have cut that whole sequence and lost literally nothing. It was just an excuse to get them back in the town to hit the witch with the car. Like, they could have done that just by saying, okay, this is the town he was born in. What if the baby got dropped off on a doorstep by accident? Let's go door to door, knocking on doors, trying to find him. Like, that would have been just as much of a, you know, way to get them back there. It would have contributed as much to the story. And what really bothered me is she knew information she could have shared with them if the scene had just been written so that they knew how to ask the right questions. Like, when they asked for the name of the father, they didn't think to ask for the name of the kid. Also, she knew the name of the father. Maybe she didn't. But she knew the son was named Adam. And, like, you could have written the scene in a way where they didn't specifically ask that, but where that came up. Like, all I know is he was beautiful, blah, 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 and I helped them choose the name Adam. Like, it would have been a moment where it clicked. And, yeah, it really bothered me that served no narrative function. Like, for the amount of time it took up, it just served no narrative function. But I don't know. I'm worried because if this is more the speed that the episodes are going to be, then, I mean, there's only 4 left. It's a 6-episode season, and I'm just worried that it's not going to get interesting until the last episode, and that'd be really sad. I'd really prefer this to be engaging and interesting and funny and even shocking. Like, I mean, I know that's a lot to ask of a show, but like, the first episode, the whimsy was much... I don't even really know how to explain it. The whimsy did the trick in the first episode, and it didn't in this one. It did not carry the episode effectively. I like that we got more with the Antichrist kid, and I'm really liking him because he seems like just a cool, fun, cute little kid. I'm wondering if anything's ever going to be done with him in terms of, like, will he become complex or interesting, and will he become evil or become good or become anything? Because right now he's kind of just a blank slate. He seems like a decent kid. There was that line his parents had where she's like, oh, he's so peaceful when he's asleep or something, and his father was like, yeah, when he's asleep, implying he's a regular demon child when he's awake. But that's not something we've ever seen, so it'd be odd for that to be the case. But they could be saving it for a big reveal that it's like, oh, you only saw this piece of him, but really he's a monster to his parents. Like, I don't know. So yeah, I'm hoping the next episode will be better, but either way, there's only 4 episodes left, so I'm plowing through this fucker, whether I like it or not. I still have hope that maybe it was just a dud episode, and it's even possible that if the other episodes are really good, I'll come back and be like, you know what, I was too hard on that episode. That actually is a good episode. It's just not what I was hoping for right then. Because, I mean, so long as they don't dive in and introduce 4 new characters in episode 3, maybe episode 3 will give me what I was hoping for in episode 2, which is the beginning of the movement of the plot. But yeah, come back next time and we'll find out when we watch episode 3. Oh, and as always, please like, subscribe, share, comment down below if you have any constructive criticism or just want to throw out your favorite quotes from the episode. I'd love to keep you coming back on the regular, so anything I can do to make that happen, let me know.